If you trade Forex, your morning probably looks something like this: a cluttered screen of spreadsheets, 3 different websites for position sizing, and a sticky note to track your daily limits. You're scattered before the market even opens. That fragmentation carries a heavy cost. By the time you calculate your risk, the entry is gone. Frustration sets in, anxiety takes over, and suddenly you're taking a trade completely outside your plan. The difference between a profitable trader and a gambler isn't a magical indicator. As this login screen reminds us, discipline is just remembering what you decided when you are calm. FX Trade Warriors was built to protect that calm. It's a single, enclosed digital environment that strips away the noise and handles the logistics of risk management and journaling in one place. When you log in, you aren't greeted by overwhelming charts or news feeds. You get a clean command center split into exactly what you need to execute properly: a calculator and a journal. Stepping out of the amateur tier requires leaving that reactive, scattered workflow behind and moving into a centralized system that enforces order. The very first step of any professional setup is locking in the exact lot size. Doing mental math while a candle is spiking is a guaranteed way to blow an account. The Position Setup panel handles it instantly. Enter balance, risk, and stop loss to immediately get a recommended 0.20 lot size. In trade metrics, lots translate into hard dollars, showing exactly what you stand to lose, $100, versus a potential $200 profit. This visual risk-reward graph makes that relationship physical. By seeing the geometric distance between your entry, your stop loss, and your take-profit lines, you are forced to objectively judge if the setup is actually worth the exposure. If you trade the same setups frequently, you can store those parameters in the saved calculations table. When gold presents a familiar setup, you don't have to type the data in again. You just recall the exact risk profile and execute. When the math is automated and verified, pre-trade hesitation disappears. Your financial exposure becomes a planned decision, never a frantic guess. If you trade a live account alongside a funded prop firm challenge, mixing those statistics will quickly distort your performance data. The trading accounts overview isolates each pool of capital, like this active prop firm account. Prop firms have strict, unforgiving rules. If you hit a losing streak and accidentally breach your daily drawdown limit by even $1, you lose the funded account entirely. To prevent that, this dashboard tracks your exact maximum daily drawdown limit in real time, showing exactly how much buffer you have left. Panning down, the system tracks maximum overall drawdown alongside it, ensuring you always maintain a macro view of your capital safety. Having those hard limits staring back at you acts as a psychological circuit breaker. It stops revenge trading dead in its tracks and protects your funding. Execution is only half the job. Standard broker statements will tell you how much money you made or lost, but they will never tell you what you were thinking when you clicked buy. The new entry form captures the mechanics. You log the strict parameters: market order, precise entry and stop-loss prices, and the exact time you entered the market. But the real value lies in the qualitative data. These text fields force you to articulate your entry and exit logic, confess any mistakes you made, and write down the raw lessons learned while the trade is still fresh in your mind. Over time, this chronological log populates the saved trades dashboard. It builds a continuous, searchable timeline of your specific decision-making process across different days and trading sessions. A trade only holds value if it leaves you with a documented lesson. Without that, you aren't building an edge, you're gambling in the dark. Writing down trading rules is easy. The hard part is holding yourself accountable to them on the days when the market frustrates you. This is the rulebook interface. You can set automated risk caps for your max daily trades and input custom behavioral rules, forcing yourself to manually mark them as followed or broken. That daily self-grading aggregates into your rule report's history. It brutally exposes your patterns, showing you exactly when you passed your discipline checks and when you fell to an average status. By isolating the specific missteps written inside your entry logic and mistakes boxes, you can identify exactly where your process breaks down. Recognizing those patterns is the only way to prevent them from repeating tomorrow. The ultimate output of that rigid discipline is reflected here in the overall statistics panel: a clear mathematical validation of your edge, measured through your win rate, net profit, and average risk-to-reward ratio. Long-term consistency has nothing to do with predicting where the market will go next. It comes entirely from building a rigid, data-driven system and forcing yourself to follow it.